I love standing behind my desk while I do these videos, but I am definitely getting the cooking show vibe right now. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Amerie and today I'm going to do the emoji book tag. I actually wasn't tagged in this book tag, but I thought it looked like fun, so I thought I was going to do it. You basically choose 5 emojis that you use a lot or that you've used most recently. I went ahead and went with the ones that I tend to use a lot, and then you associate books with them. So let's get started. The first emoji that I chose is the heart emoji. Now, as you guys know, I'm half Korean, so that means there's a lot of this going on in the house, and a lot of this going on in the house, a lot of that going on in the house. This like in almost every picture. If you look at so many pictures of my mom, she's like, and it's like, it's kind of caught on now, I guess more recently, outside of like Asian culture, but like ever since I can remember like being young, it was always like, so I actually get that from my mom. There's a lot of that going on. So I don't know how I got there. Oh, okay, yeah, so the emoji. So I chose this emoji, the heart emoji, and I associate that one with strong relationships, whether that be family or your friends. It feels like I'm grabbing like ingredients or whatever, or I feel like I'm in an infomercial. It's so weird. Anyway, Before I Fall. Before I Fall is actually one of my favorite books of all time. It's by Lauren Oliver, and I was really surprised. I mean, I went into it, you know, hearing how great it was. It smells so good too. Sorry. I'll do that off camera later. So I went into this book knowing how many people love this book. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it because I knew it took place in a high school, and I'm not always so big into books that necessarily take place in high school where that's kind of like the main part of the book. The book is about a girl who dies. She has to figure out what happened. So she relives a particular day, I think this is the day of her death, over and over again. I can't remember how many times it was, but it was several times. She tries to piece together what happened and also tries to make certain things right. She's a super popular girl and isn't the most empathetic person in the world. This book is amazing. Love it. Highly recommend this one. I think I'm going to reread this pretty soon because it's just, there's just something about it. You really feel the relationships between the girls, between her and her friends, and even though they aren't perfect, even though they try to act like everything is perfect, they each have their own pain. Their relationships aren't perfect, but they really love each other. But you still can see how there are cracks in their friendship. The next emoji I chose is the matcha green tea latte, and that to me represents coziness. So I chose Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix because it is such a, well, first of all, it's a really thick book, but the Harry Potter series is just really, really great to just come back to it, to revisit. I actually plan on rereading this every Christmas, but I never managed to get through the whole thing. Actually, this last time I tried, I think I only got through maybe 75% of the first book for whatever reason. Maybe because I've already read it before. It's also why I want to read the UK versions. There are slight differences as far as with language. It's just something about these stories too. And it's not even that I read them as a kid, because I didn't. I discovered them later. This might be my favorite Harry Potter book, tied with the last book maybe. Oh, the Half-Blood Prince was really good too. They're all really great. Harry Potter definitely comes with the cozy. The next emoji is the heart-eyed emoji, and for me, I related that to cover lust. So I chose The Bone Clocks by David Mitchell. I have not read this book yet. I haven't even read Cloud Atlas yet, which I did want to read before I read this, but I may not do that. My stomach is grumbling. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. This cover is so beautiful. Now the US cover, I love the US cover. I'm going to put that right here so you guys can see what that looks like. I love this cover too. It's kind of like you're looking at the horizon, you're looking at the clouds sideways, and there's also, I think, the golden clock, because it involves, I think, time or time travel or something like that. There's an aspect of time that's very integral to this book. But when I saw this, I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to get it. And then I went to Waterstones and got the signed copy as well. And then I found out that there was a bookstore that was so close that had the pink pages. I think I told you guys about that a long time ago. But anyway, this cover is so beautiful. I think it's one of the most beautiful book covers I've ever seen in my life. Love it. One of my favorite emojis is the little monkey emoji. I actually love all the monkey emojis, and that's why sometimes in my end cards you guys see the little ones with the little flowers on their head. But I love this emoji, and I really love this one because it's just so cute. I call it the oops emoji, although I use it for different things. Like sometimes I use it for I eat books, if I put the little book sign next to the little monkey face. Anyway, it's so cute. But for today's video, I'm using it as an oops. So it's the oops emoji, and my interpretation of that is the book that I've been meaning to get to forever. One of the books I've been highly anticipating forever, but it still keeps getting pushed back in my TBR, and that would be Life After Life by Kate Atkinson. I've been meaning to get to this book forever, you guys. Forever. I think part of it maybe is that I'm scared. I'm just afraid that it'll be so amazing and then it'll be over. But I always tell myself that doesn't matter, you guys. We can't put off books like that. There are always new books coming out. New books come out every Tuesday. We can't keep putting them off. I mean, we'll never read all the books we want to read anyway, so there's no use in saving them. And there's always the reread. And you always glean so much more from a second and third reread of a book. So I told myself I'm going to knock that off. I'm going to read this book finally. It was one of my most highly anticipated books of 2013. And I told myself I would definitely get to it in 2014. And now we're in 2015 and this has to stop. So, I'm going to be reading this book. Even my explanation on why I haven't even gotten to this book was really long. See what I mean? I just need to get to it already. And another one of my favorite emojis. I tend to use this emoji for my mom. Whenever I'm messaging my mom, I'm like, "Hi, mommy," and I give her like the little crown. And I interpreted that as epicness, pure epicness. So, of course, A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin, specifically A Clash of Kings. Now, the first book took me a year to read because I read it while I'm reading other things. This book is taking me like 2 years to read because I am reading other things. And for some reason, every time I pick it up, I don't know, I get distracted. And it's so good. I don't even know why I do that. But it's epic, fantastic. I love his third person narration. You still feel so close to the character, but at the same time, it's not that kind of like overbearing closeness that can happen with first person narration, although I don't really have a preference, but he does third person narration so well. Love this book, love this series. Can't wait for the new season to start. Yay. So that was my emoji book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. In the spirit of just jumping in on a tag, I'm tagging all of you. And of course, if you don't want to do an entire video, you can just put the answers in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think with the emojis. I think it's just such a cute tag. I actually watched the tag on Katie Tastic's channel. The tag was created by 7 people. That's what Kat said, so I made sure I put them in the description as well. Can't wait to see you guys' answers. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I will see you guys later. Bye!